Welcome back to another episode of Mindful Moments. I am your host, Jada Lowe. As always, how are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? How's this week treating you? How's this week been treating you? This week has been treating me pretty decent. So I've got an update for you guys. Transparently speaking, I was struggling trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about in this episode, to be quite honest with you. And I'm just going to keep it a bean machine, okay? So here's the deal, y'all. For my people that consistently listen, that even if this is your first time here, I have to be completely honest. It's something I've been prayerful about. It's something that I will continue to be prayerful about, just as I'm maneuvering through some things. I have been questioning if I still want to podcast. Hear me out. I love podcasting. I enjoy even podcasting. However, the frequency at which I have been podcasting, I don't want to say it's not working for me. It's just, I'm going to be honest, y'all, even when I pre-record these episodes, it's like the next month comes so fast. And to be quite honest, there are other pieces of content that I have been working on. Y'all know that just production, content, creating, I'm a creator at my core. And there are a lot of things that I really want to explore right now. So I wouldn't even say I want to just drop podcasting. I have just been questioning if I want to lessen the frequency, which is like we're already doing twice a month. I commend the people who drop an episode every week, and not to write off that strategy, not to write off even dropping episodes bi-weekly. It's just right now, even dropping bi-weekly episodes has been a lot for me, even when I plan and pre-record between work and honestly, I've always had a love for gym content, but I've really grown to love that. And I'm in a place where I really want to cultivate my YouTube channel into something more than just a podcast channel, even more than just a fitness channel. I've been trying to, again, be prayerful about and plan out and make sense of capturing all of the essence of Jada, but also like telling a story, being informative, helping people, my faith in God, all of these areas of my life. Not even like a vlog type of thing, but just like I really want to cultivate this community on YouTube that is authentic, that helps people, and is me using what I enjoy doing to help other people. Do I know what that fully looks like? No, but I'm trusting and believing and know that God will reveal it progressively and piece by piece. And it's just a part of that lately. I've been trying to see what path I want to go down. I don't want to leave y'all completely, and I don't plan on leaving y'all completely. I'm just asking, and it's like, girl, you just got back to us. I know that I just got back. However, I'm asking for some grace in this area. And whenever you see me, you see me. It'll either continue to be bi-weekly or it'll be once a month. But if it's my thing is I want to be consistent. I would hate to tell you. I'd rather tell y'all once a month and y'all see me bi-weekly than tell y'all bi-weekly and y'all see me once a month. And I am just trying to figure out the best course of action because I still want to talk to you guys and help you guys and want y'all to hear my heart. But it's just like, I feel like I'm being pulled in so many different directions, and it's not in a bad way. It's just in a way where I'm trying to figure it out. And I feel like podcasting has just suffered as a result of it. Cause I've been posting my content, the gym content, the Everyday Fit series that I have on YouTube. Y'all go check that out. Everyday Fit, Jada Lowe YouTube, Everyday Fit series. My gym content, even like my reels and my shorts and stuff, like all of that's been good. It's just when it's come to planning podcast episodes and doing things as it pertains to mindful moments, I think my brain is either restructuring what that looks like that's not in a form of podcasting, or it doesn't have the capacity to give any ideas to that because I have so many other ideas that's still kind of doing mindful moments, but in a different infrastructure, so to speak. So I ask for grace. I am going to, if I don't do biweekly, more than likely it's going to be once a month. And I'm asking myself, well, like, is this an excuse to not podcast? I don't think so. It's really not an excuse. It's more so like, I don't want to creatively burn myself out. And I'm gonna be honest, I do enjoy and I do love podcasting, but not as much as I love just being able to freely create. And this is more of like an organized thing. And again, not letting it go completely because I do eventually want to get to a place where it is consistent. And when I have a little bit more time, right now my time isn't. Yeah, and with the time that I do have, it's just mindful moments is just not at the top of my priority of content things to execute. And it sounds bad, but that's genuinely where my heart and my headspace is right now. I know that I know that I can make time. I get all the stuff that I done told you. I'll be intentional, all these things. Those things I can do. And I am doing, they just apply to something different. And so that's caused me to kind of have this tension of, do I continue? Do I take a step back in terms of frequency? That way, what I do put out is still great and it's still going out, just not as much. Yeah. And I just ask for grace. And I've been struggling too, because these past few episodes, I kind of feel like I've been saying the same thing. And part of that is because I haven't honestly taken the time to sit down to plan a little better. But even in the times where I feel like I've planned, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, and that's made it mundane to me. And I just don't really know how I feel about that. So I've just been trying to figure that out. And this is me being completely honest. So I just ask for grace during this time. Yeah, everything else in Jada's world has been really good though. Like I know that, of course, I don't want to drop content altogether. Like I know this is one of the things that the Lord has placed on my heart, has gifted me with, and that I'm supposed to do, period. It's just trying to, and this is even with other areas of content too, just trying to see, like, there's tension of like, what does it look like? Battling perfectionism, just putting it out, being okay if it doesn't look good the first time. I literally have a canvas to the right of me that says, what does it say? Make it even if it's bad. You can perfect it later. Something like that. But when it comes to like creating, I have it in my head, like it has to be exactly how it looks in my head. And the things that I've put out lately, it's been really, really good. Like I'm proud of myself for it. However, it's not what it was in my head, and that makes me itch. And so I have to tell myself, like, it's not always going to look like what it's supposed to look like. And it's not always going to look like what's in your head, because sometimes what's in your head is the final product of something months or years down the line. But that's where my impatience comes in. I have to be like, Lord, give me patience. Patience is the fruit of the side note. Let's go Bible. Patience is the fruit of the Spirit for a reason. Because I'm like, God, of all the things that you could have given me, I got impatience. But it's like, patience is the fruit of the Spirit that can only be attained through the Holy Spirit. So it makes sense. But it's just like my impatience is just beating on the door of my brain. It stays beating on the door of my brain, but I have to remind myself, like, the ideas that God has given you, and the ideas that even some of the ideas that you just want to just try to see if you got the juice, to see if you know a little ball like that, even if they don't come out how you think, keep putting it out. And I have been doing that. I've been trying to tell myself, create it, even if it doesn't look like what you thought. And hear me. I'm not saying just put out. I'm not saying put out trash. I'm not saying that. Still do everything to a standard and to a standard of excellence, of course. But even when that doesn't look perfect or look like what you envisioned in your head, still put it out, because there's going to come a time where you can look back down the line, where you can scroll down your page, where you can scroll down your socials, and you can see like part of, and I get why other creators say that. It's like part of the reason why is so you can see how far you've come when it actually looks like what it's supposed to be in your head, when you actually get help, when you actually learn, when you actually progress. And so my mind has just, honestly, y'all, my mind has been going a mile a minute. And I'm just trying to, honestly, to do right by Jada. I want to be able to pour into the things that I've been given to steward while I have them. That includes work, that includes family, friends, relationships, that includes what I love to do, that includes my relationship with God, that includes every part of me, and that takes a lot. And I just want to make sure I do right by each of those things. And you can't get burnt out. You have to delegate your time properly. And within that, in the realm of creating, all of those thoughts that I just mentioned have just come up in my head. And it's not that I don't, again, want to not podcast anymore. It's just I'm rethinking how I want to do it. Do I know if I'll still be podcasting down the line? I kind of hope so. I don't know what it looks like, but I know it's something that always, not always interests me, but I know talking is somewhere in this whole plan in some way, shape, or form. I know I do want to have guests on. I just think that's going to be something that may just come later down the line, maybe when I have some more help, maybe when I have a little bit more, and I wouldn't even say more help or more time, because I've had guests and I've had help with, I've had time. So I wouldn't really say those are factors. I would just say when I'm in a place where I can evenly manage or evenly prioritize, find it, where I can place podcasting on the same level of priority as the other things that I am excited about, ready for, and even pursuing, and in the midst of getting together and producing. There it is. Boom. Snap, crackle, pop. Rice Krispies. That is where I am. And so I ask y'all for grace, because I know for my people who've been listening consistently, y'all may look forward to the episodes. Y'all may be asking where I'm at. Who knows? Even if it's just one person, I felt the due diligence and an obligation to explain to you guys. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. It's just I've been rethinking a lot in this season. So other than that, listen, let me tell you something. God is good. I feel like I'm good. I feel good. I hope you guys are doing great. Are doing great. Life is great. Life is great. This year, while we're on the top, where I have no couth. Y'all are probably going to hear this in February, but I would be so unhospitable if I didn't say Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. A month late. Yeah. But Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This year has been great. So I actually took some time out around the last week of January, and even last week of January, the last week of December, and probably like a little bit here and there in January, to write my goals down and just intentionally sit down and say, this is what I want to do in each of these areas. And I made me a vision board, Notion, all of that. And compared to last year, so most of I do vision boards. I really like vision boards. But this is probably the first year where I was really intentional about, and it wasn't like these general things of like get a car, travel, boom, boom, boom. No, it was like, yeah, those were certain areas, but it was more specific. It was measurable. Some of them were in a way where it's only going to be by the grace of God that happens. So those are those things that I put on there, and just things that I know I have to be intentional with in order to see them come to pass if in the good Lord's will. So I made a vision board. I did it in my Notion. If y'all don't use Notion, y'all should use Notion. But yeah, I did some goal setting, and I just sat down with it, prayed over it, gave it to God, called it a day, and I said, yeah, we're gonna tackle them, come January 1st. And January 1st, she sure enough got here quick. And January 12th came, then January 30th and 31st, and now we're in February. And I realized that I just needed to sit back down and kind of see what I wrote down. But my thing that I really want to do for this year is really put systems in place. And I wanted to do that in January, but I did. Everything was moving a mile a minute. And I literally blinked. January is normally the longest month, but this month went by fast this year. It went by so daggone fast. It went by fast. And I feel like I just didn't have the time to try certain systems out. And what do I mean by systems? Hey, I don't know. But I mean like putting things that are measurable in place. I consider myself an organized person, but doing things a little more organized, and just having measurables and things that I do, like no matter what the goal is, having a set thing to do that makes sure I'm intentional with getting there for as it applies to each thing. I don't know how to explain it, but just having systems in place to get there. And I didn't have a chance to do that in January. And so that's one thing that I've just kind of been reflective on and am learning to do. And I hope to be able to do this month in the month of February. So yeah, y'all pray for your podcast host, please. Please. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. We're going to get there for sure. But yeah, that is where I am. I literally have no complaints. I've just been figuring things out and figuring out how to go to the gym, go to work, record 6 podcast episodes and 8 pieces of content and 4 gym videos and still get 8 hours of sleep. Eat whole foods, skincare, morning, nighttime routine, invest, travel, drink enough water, but not too much water. Balance a social life, all within 24 hours. It's doable. It sounds like a lot. You know what? It is a lot. How about that? It is a lot. It truly is a lot. But again, by the grace of God, we will manage and get through it. But yeah, I've just been pivoting a lot and maneuvering and figuring things out. And I've honestly been enjoying it. Before, years ago, I would be frantic, but now I just feel like I'm settling into my grown womanness, and it feels good because things don't razzle me as much as they used to. Things don't startle me as much. I still get startled now, but things don't startle me as much or as quickly as they used to. So I'm finding my way and I'm learning my way, and I thank God for that. But yeah, y'all give your podcast host grace in this season. Again, I'm not leaving. Y'all y'all are going to see me. That's the thing. As your podcast host, less frequently, but y'all are still going to see me. Subscribe to my YouTube for, of course, podcast content and just content in general. And if you want to see me somewhere else, I'm on YouTube. I say YouTube already. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So yeah, y'all just give me some grace. If you find yourself that you're kind of in this same season I'm in, just kind of trying to figure it out, just finding your way, you'll find it. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace, and you'll be okay. We're going to be good. Y'all keep pressing through this year. I will be back either bi-weekly or monthly. I'll be back. But yeah, I love you guys. Always stay mindful and be mindful of today for a better tomorrow. I will catch you guys in the next episode.